It went to the hash.
Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah, boy.
Bro, my lord.
Twice, step back in. Low adrenaline. Shot. It's my fault. It's my fault.
A shot.
Knock down, baby.
A shot. Oh my god.
Oh,
Shot.
Take your time. Just make sure we get it here.
That's green.
That's knocked down.
Come on. That's green. I got it before you just shot it, bro.
I'm going.
What's up YouTube, it's TLMJev. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time being here, it is great to have you. Today we've got the absolute best center build for Pro-Am and Rec. I mean, this is a monster on the boards, gets tons of blocks, has great body up animations in the paint, such great screens. I mean, everything you could want out of a center. This is the absolute anchor of your offense and defense. It can do it all. And one quick thing before we hop into the build, thank y'all so much for the support on the channel. We have already hit 200 subs and it has only been about 4 or 5 weeks. Y'all are going crazy. Thank you so much for the support. Continue to like the videos, leave comments, let me know what you want to see better out of me. The content's going to keep coming, it's going to keep getting better. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all the best Pro-Am and 2K content. Let's get straight into the build. Alright, so the center is 7'1", the weight is going to be 243. This is super important. You see, if we go down one, we lose our 86 strength, so we want at least the 86 strength for gold brick wall. And then our wingspan is going to be 7'11". There is never any negative to having a maxed out wingspan on a center. Gets you more blocks, more boards. I mean, there is zero negative in having a max wingspan on a big man. So max it out. And then body shape, I feel like it's always better to have a bigger body shape on the center. Whether it's getting better block animations, board animations, screens, I just feel like having that bigger body is always super helpful as a center. Alright, so we're going to start with the finishing. Keep in mind this is a pick and roll center build, so it doesn't have any shooting on it. I am going to have another build video come out with a shooting big here in a few days, so keep an eye out for that. But let's get into the attributes for the finishing. Alright, so we're going to start off with an 85 close shot. As you can see, this gives us gold fast twitch, probably one of the best finishing badges as a center. A lot of playing pick and roll is diving to the paint. If the quick dot is not there, they dump it down to you and then you kind of just mash. You pump fake, you stand there and wait for the center to jump or the back end to jump, and then go up really quickly with the little fast twitch animation. Very good badge, must need it on the center. We also get gold fearless finisher, which is a pretty good badge. It's going to help you save some stamina, helps you absorb contact better. It'll help you finish through more contact layup animations. Very good badge. And then we're going to get into the driving dunk. We're going to go with an 85 driving dunk. As you see, this gives us silver posterizer. Very good badge. We also get some slithery, which is at a 84 driving dunk. So we get silver slithery and silver posterizer. Very good tandem. Very good little combo badges. And then obviously, probably the best finishing badge in the game, limitless takeoff. We get it on silver. You can bump up your driving dunk 1 point if you would like to get that 86 for the gold limitless takeoff. To be honest, I haven't really noticed a difference. I feel like silver has been fine on every player I've had this year, whether it's a guard, a lot, anything. So silver's just fine. If you want the gold though, go for it. You're not going to really be losing much. And then we're going to go with a 90 standing dunk. This gives us gold rise up. Very, very good badge. Being able to just rise up and slam standing dunks over people that are out of position is so nice. Trust me, between rise up, fast twitch, fearless, limitless, slithery, posterizer, I mean, you have so many good finishing badges. And the great thing about a 7'1" or as a center is you have limitless takeoff and slithery in your tier 1 along with fearless. So I mean, you're getting these badges for cheap. And then you've got the really good badges that you can core in your tier 3 and tier 2. So I mean, this build is going to be able to do everything you could want in the paint as far as finishing goes. Driving dunks, standing layups, it can do it all. And then we're going to hop into the shooting. As you can see, we have a 65 free throw. If you go any higher than that, you see it starts putting points into your three-pointer. We don't want that. We don't want our three-pointer to go up because that takes away points from other places we can put this. So just go with the 65. It's perfectly hittable at the 65, I promise. Alright, so let's get into the playmaking. It's pretty simple. All we're going to do here is put our pass accuracy up to a 76. This gives us gold break starter. Very good badge. Probably the most important badge as a center, at least as far as playmaking goes. It would be nice to have some of these tier 3s like Dimer or Needle Threader, but you don't really need them. I mean, you're the center. You're not going to have the ball in your hands a super large amount of time. So all you really need is break starter and a little bit of pass accuracy, so you can throw to the corner or to the hash whenever the defender bites down on your slips to the basket. So this is all you really need in the playmaking tab. Alright, and as you can see on defense, I've kind of already started to fill in the stats a little bit, but we have an 83 interior defense. I don't think you need 85, 90, 95 interior defense this year. I feel like interior defense is a little bit weaker compared to just the block stat. Block and vertical will get you way more blocks and stops than interior defense being maxed out. Trust me on that. So we're going to go with 83 interior. We're going to go with a 99 block. That gives us Hall of Fame anchor. Hall of Fame anchor is your best badge as a center on defense. I mean, it is not close. Hall of Fame anchor compared to gold is just night and day difference. It's so much better than gold. Even if there wasn't stats to prove that, the eye test from what I've seen between gold and Hall of Fame is just, it's so different. Not just in blocks, but just making people miss around the basket, whether it's close shots, driving dunks, I mean, just making the ball bounce out of the rim. It's Hall of Fame anchor doing that. It's such a good badge. And then let me explain real quick why we're going with 99 offensive rebound compared to 99 defensive rebound. So either way, we get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Great badge, super important. But the reason we go with 99 is because offensive boards are just already harder to grab than defensive. Defensive, you're usually already in the paint, you're already in position, you're usually the one on the interior side of the basket. The opposing center on the offense is usually having to crash down to try to get to the basket. You're already in position. On offensive boards, usually you're the one out of position. You're having to fight for position, whether it's over another center, a back end, even sometimes a guard. So we want as much of a boost to that offensive rebounding as we can get. I just think it's more important. You're going to already get most of the boards you are supposed to get with an 84. So that's the reason we go to 99 offensive compared to defensive. And then for the perimeter defense and the steal, we're going to go with a 60 and a 62. 62 steal does get you bronze interceptor. I don't think you should be going for many passing lane steals as a big man, because that means you're going to be out of position for blocks and rebounds. But it is nice to catch those absolute Stevies that people throw at you sometimes with that bronze interceptor. So that's a pretty nice little stat to have. All right, now as far as the physicals go, we're going to go with a 65 speed. We're going to go with an 86 strength, which gives us our gold brick wall. Very important as a pick and roll center. Silver brick wall is good and it does the job, but I just think if your main offense is pick and roll, you want the biggest boost possible to help your guards get open. So that gold brick wall is very nice. Vertical, we're going to go with an 80. Very nice on a 7'1" big. We already have the length as far as the wingspan goes, but then we have 80 vertical too to get extra blocks, extra boards. Vertical is actually probably the most important stat to pair with your block this year. 2K Labs, 2K Toots have done tests that block is very much associated with vertical. The higher your vertical is, the more blocks you get, so super important there. And then finally, we're going to go with our stamina. You can kind of go anywhere between like a 85 and a 95. On my big, I just went with a 90. I think I went with a 92. And then as you see, we have a few points left over, so we can actually go grab that gold limitless takeoff if you want. You can grab some extra pass accuracy if you want to be a little bit better passer. You can actually do both, honestly. So we're going to do that, and then we've got some extra points. We can throw it into, say, probably the best thing to do is probably just throw it into some more steel, and then some more stamina. Alright, as you can see, the final badge count is 20 finishing badges, 11 playmaking, we've got 0 shooting. Just a reminder, we're pick and roll center, we're not looking to spark from the logo. And then we've got 30 defensive badges. And if you played at all through any season and gotten to level 39, then obviously you probably have some extra badge points. You're going to have +4 regardless, but some of you might have +5, +6, +7. I don't remember what the max is now. I think it might be +8, something like that. But you've got a lot of options to put these extra badges. You can get some more finishing badges. You can get some extra playmaking to get these tier 3s. Or you can throw them into defense and really shore up your defense and get a lot of these tier 3 defensive badges. It's totally up to you. Depends on your play style. Depends on what you want to really have extra on your build to be a monster at in one category. I mean, this build can play every part of its role at a super elite level though. Y'all are going to really enjoy this build, I promise you that. Alright, and as far as takeovers go for center, this is probably the top 3 options I would go with. I would go with box out wall, paint intimidation, or stuff blocks. These 3 are all really good. I mean, being able to defend the paint a little bit easier with these 2 is nice. Box out wall helps you grab more boards and box out people better. The other 3 are just not that great. Interior badge drop, I feel like is more useful if someone's trying to like actually back you down in the paint and use like drop stepper and all this kind of stuff. Not many people do that in Pro Am or Rec. Like, it's not a very consistent offense anyways. And then in a 5v5 setting, see the future is just not all that useful, because if the board is not within your reach anyways, you're probably not grabbing it, because the ball is going to go to someone else on the court. I mean, you got 10 players on the court. If you're not within reach of it, someone else is grabbing that basketball. So, and then glass clearing dimes, I mean, it has its use. It's not terrible, but I don't really feel like you need it to get the ball down the court. And I mean, you can't always throw on the fast break, especially in Pro-Am. Really good teams are going to take away the fast break, so if you try to throw it, they're still snagging this pass anyways, even with this takeover lit. So I would go with these three: box out wall, paint intimidation, and stuff blocks. Use any of those three and you'll be just fine. Alright, and as you can see, we got the defensive anchor build name, which is pretty cool. Perfectly encaptures what our build is all about, which is just playing good interior defense for our team. We're going to hop into the badges I think you should run as a center, and then we'll call it a day. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting off with the finishing badges, we're going to go gold rise up. As you can see, I have a cord, and then we're going to go gold fast twitch. These two badges, very good, as I mentioned earlier. Masher is a good badge, don't get me wrong. But if your offense is consistently relying on trying to finish over people in the paint, especially smaller defenders, that's just not a great offense. You need to be getting threes up, you need open twos, and I just think that you get more value out of Rise Up and Fast Twitch than you ever will out of Masher. And then our tier 2, we've got a very multi-purpose badge. Posterizer helps you finish alley-oops, it helps you finish contact with people around you, and then also helps you finish contact dunks, so very good badge. Slithery, one of the most useful badges in the game, helps you get better animations near the paint. It gives people less of those big body up animations when you're trying to finish in the paint. And then we've got Gold Fearless, really good for helping absorb contact, save some of your stamina, helps you finish those contact layups. And then Limitless Takeoff, the best finishing badge in the game. We get it on gold. You only need it on silver, but having it on gold definitely helps. Just it gives you a nice little boost of how much further away from the basket you can jump from. Very good badge. And then we kind of have a little filler badge right here with Post Spin Technician. If you want to, you can put some of your extra badges on the build into finishing, so maybe you can get an extra tier 3, or maybe if you want Aerial Wizard, something like that. I don't really think you need any more badges than what you see though. I think 20 is plenty for this build, but that's up to you. Alright, as far as playmaking badges go, this is the setup I would run. If you want to put some extra badges into playmaking, then that's completely up to you, so you could have some tier 3s like Dimer, Needle Threader, Post Playmaker. I don't think you necessarily need these badges, but they are decent options. But this is what I would do. I would core out Gold Brick Start as fast as possible. So core that out, and then you have Bronze Vice Grip. Helps you with the animations of not getting ripped after a board. Helps you not get ripped after catch animations. Bronze Bailout is decent as a center. I don't think you necessarily need it. You're not usually bailing out too much as a center. But every now and then you go up for an animation, you get kind of a bad animation near the basket, and you have to chunk it out to a corner or something. So it's alright, it's decent. And then Clamp Breaker, I mean, at this point, when we have 4 options here, there's not a whole lot of choices, but we go Gold Floor General, help out our teammates, give them a little boost, and then Bronze Special Delivery in case you ever want to be a freak and throw oops as a center. And then Bronze Clamp Breaker, I mean, it's decent. I mean, you're not going to have a whole lot of opportunities to use this, but it's a decent badge, even on Bronze. But that's what I'd run on your playmaking. And that's going to conclude the 7'1" meta center build for y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see more of in the future, what I need to get better at, what you enjoy now. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. We're going to continue to grind, get better every day. New content every single week. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace out.